Just go to my own page and see if everything's working. Come on, man. No, 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 no. All right. Yeah, here I am. Hold on. At Peter Farrow Guitar. .com. Okay. So we have a few people already watching. Say hi. Then I can know that you are there. Let me get this phone here because I will play something for you. Now it's better. Yeah. So I'm here to tell you that the George Benson Method book sales are open, but we will close in exactly 3 hours. Okay, so if you really want to go deeper into your studies and stop being what we call the eternal intermediate, okay, if you want to play like the masters or the gods from jazz, okay, now is your time. Now is the time. Hi Peter, I'm here. Hello my friend. Okay. Let me fix things here until people are joining us. Okay. Hold on a second. Oh no. Okay, we have 10 guys. Great, great. Let's wait a little more because I don't want you guys lose anything. Okay. Here we are. Okay. Let me see that. Yeah, I have no idea why, but the same thing happened. I cannot see myself on my computer, but I can see myself on the camera of my phone. Let me do this. Peter, will you be offering the courses in DVD with tabs? Yes, very soon. Okay, but it's a different thing. Okay, if I if the books are more extensive, although the videos are fantastic. Okay, we're gonna start the launching in a few months. The videos are incredible. It's not because I did that, because I mean, I like music, man. So when I don't like what I do, say, oh no, that's no. But the videos are really great, and the information there it's fantastic. So the books are something that, for example, you have in the videos, you might have, for example, 100 options, which is a lot. But in the books, you have 300 options. Okay, so actually, the videos will help you a lot. Those that have the book. Okay. But the book itself, it's super complete because you have like picking, you have fingering, you have tabs. So and it can totally change the way you play. You know, mainly because not only your technique, not only because depending on how you do your lines. We can play with what we call, George used to say, the phrasing, or we can call it, we can play with articulation or not. So depending on the way you you pick or you fingering determine the line. I mean, you might play it and it sounds a shit, and you might play that and the line will sound amazing. Okay. Hi Peter, how to evaluate speed and precision? Actually, it's a combination of things, my friend. You know, I'm gonna start talking about something about the picking. You know, I'm gonna do like this because then you can have a better visualization of my hand. All right, maybe my head will be a kind of. Let me try to do the perfect combination here. All right, because I don't want to see the guitar player with no hat. Okay. Hold on. Okay. So it's a combination, all right? What you are asking about how to speed, how to play with confidence, how to play with precision, you know. So everything, actually, it's a combination of things. It's not just one thing, okay? So first of all, you have to really carefully choose your fingers, okay? The type of fingering you're gonna do, okay? Because some people just focus on the right hand, so they think that, oh, I'm working on my right hand, and man, it won't happen. Because I mean, no matter how much you practice the right hand, if you do not connect the right hand with the left hand, nothing will happen. You know, actually, speed, precision, confidence to play comes from a combination between the type of fingering you do, the type of picking you do, and also the type of material that you are working on. Okay, so you cannot just try to recreate the wheel. And yes, you have to memorize lines, memorize ideas. It's a language, my friend. You cannot speak without these tools. Okay, so the thing is that in the George Benson method books, you will have exactly fingering, the correct fingering for every line, the correct picking for every line, which means that you're gonna get a line and it will be ready for play. And also the process of, as you are asking, speed and precision, it's just something that it's a result of another thing, of picking and fingering and memorize determined lines, correct lines with the correct picking and fingering. So and mainly to play fast, or to try to speed your right hand, you have to do the same things every day, you know. So this is one of the most difficult things, because I mean, sometimes musicians, they do, okay, I got the idea, but all right, you got the idea, and now now you have to work on that. Okay, so and if you don't work every day using the same ideas, the same lines, I mean, nothing will happen, because the thing about playing fast or playing with confidence, it's about get used to. Okay, I believe that everything in life, it's about getting used to. Okay, so it is to do things like every day. For example, if you want to learn how to ride a bicycle, okay, you have to ride a bicycle every day until you learn. Okay, and if you want to know how to do jiu-jitsu thing, you have to work every day on the jiu-jitsu thing. Okay, or martial arts, any martial arts, or if you want to learn how to cook, you have to cook every day. You know, there is no vacation, there is no Christmas, there is no. I mean, the relation that you have to develop with music, it's something that is constantly. You know, so it's not something that the music is just like to have a girlfriend that she never asks you anything but one thing: stay with me every day, even that it's for 5 minutes. You know, so so don't think that you're gonna, if you study, okay, today I'm gonna study 30 hours, and tomorrow I'm gonna study 30 hours, and then you're gonna stay the whole week or the 3 days without get your guitar. Oh no, but I study a lot 3 days ago. It's not what happens, you know. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. So the thing is that you have to do things every day, and I'm not telling you to play 18 hours a day. Of course, I used to play a lot of hours a day, but I figure out that when we study in a correct way, okay, we don't have to stay so many hours, okay? So, but Peter, if I want to stay 20 hours a day, I mean, first of all, I think you have to sleep a little. But if you want to stay like 15 hours, something like that, I mean, it's good, but now comes the question: would you be able to play 15 hours a day every day? If not, forget it. You know, don't try to do that. I mean, the other thing is, if you like to be studying, say, oh man, I've been playing for 10 hours, that's okay, but don't force yourself for that, okay? And I believe that, Peter, is that a correct the time, or the correct the correct quantity of hours to practice? No, I believe that for each one of us is different. You know, maybe for me it's 5, maybe for you it's 3, maybe for the other guy it's 7, maybe, you know. So I believe that people learn things differently. You know, they, I mean, for some people, 5 hours, it's like this, boom. For me, 5 hours pass like this, boom, so fast. But for some people, 5 hours looks like 12 hours. So don't do that. Just practice for 2 hours. Because if you practice, if you're, oh, I'm tired of doing that. I'm tired of doing that. Oh, man, I have to do that. I mean, you won't incorporate things, okay? Because your brain will be full of shit, and you will be only thinking about, oh man, I wish I wish I was on the sofa watching some movie. I mean, don't do that, okay? Because when it happens, you are not learning anything else. Your brain is saying enough, okay? So don't force yourself to do that. I mean, you can keep playing until it's fun and until you feel comfortable, no matter if it's 1 hour or 10 hours. Okay, I mean, you have to enjoy, because music, it's about to have fun. And that's why I used to say that some people think that, oh, you're against scales. No, I'm not against scales. The thing is that I don't believe that if you practice like this, you know, things like that, or exercise like that, I don't believe that you will become a great guitar player. Because what I believe is that if you If you study exercise, you're gonna play exercises. If you study music, you're gonna play music. I believe that that's how it works. Okay. So the first step for speed, technique, precision, and confidence, because I believe that confidence actually is I would say that that's the number one. Because if you know the correct picking the correct finger, but you don't play with confidence, I mean, nothing happens. But I mean, it's like if you have the correct picking and fingering, the naturally you're gonna have more confidence playing. Okay, so one thing is connected to the other actually. So and practice a lot and see what type of picking, what type of movement you were doing. For example, here you can do two ways. All right, you can do like this. You can put your pinky like this, okay, and play like this. George used to play like this. I do a little different. I put my pinky like this. The hand is the same, Sometimes you cannot even see that. But I put my pinky like this, not like this, But it's a very, very short. Why I do that? Because I figure out when I was watching him playing, I figured out that he has a bigger hand than mine, And then I figured that he had a bigger range than me. By doing that, I said, man, for me it's not comfortable. So as soon as I put my little pinky here, wow! I mean, for me it's. And then one day I remember I showed George, what do you think about that? And then he looks at, you're playing like me. I said, no. What about this? Do you think that this is it's correct? What do you think? I said, man, there is no problem over here. You have to pay attention on this. This is the hook, It's you have two hooks. Actually, this is the first hook, all right, a small hook, okay, and then we have a big hook here, okay. Hi, Peter. Thanks for all this precious information. I checked again, and the content section is always closed in your videos. Why don't you want to believe me? No, man, you want to make a comment? No, everybody does the comments, my friend. I don't know why. Everybody, my videos have millions of comments. You will see that. I know that because I answer them every day, or I try to. Okay. Because there are so many. Because it's not just one video. So many. I have like more than 350 videos on YouTube. Now I think it's more, maybe more than 400. So can you imagine, like, a lot of people doing comments on 400 things? So I know because I answer them, or I try to. Now they are closed for a new video. Okay, that's good. That's good to know. That's good to know, because I will tell my team to have a look on that. Okay. So, but the majority of them, the comments are open. At least it should be. Okay. So, coming back, so I have two types of hooks. This is a small hook. You see that? A small hook, and then you have the big hook. Why it's important to know about these two hooks? Because the first one, we have many types of movements. Okay, so we have what we call the wrist movement, is when we do something like that. See, I'm using this. I'm not doing this. No, I'm not moving my thumb. All right, I'm just using my. See, doing like this. And we use that mainly for medium tempos, things like that, slow tempos. Some people try to use that for fast, but you will get tired, all right, if you try. I mean, I don't like this, all right, because you get tired. So when you, so this is the first hook when you do. See? But don't try to play that like random things. Try to play a line. Suppose that you have this, and then, all right. This is the first one. Then you have the using the wrist. You have the sweep picking. You know. It's not. It's just one. That's why the name is sweep. It's just like sweep. Let me read something here. Standard medium pick, my friend. To be honest, it's not a standard medium, but it's a medium pick. I don't do advertisement for these companies because they don't give a fuck to myself, so I won't promote them as well. So I'm really sorry about that. Do you rest your right hand on the deck above the elbow of? No, I don't do like this. No. So I just rest my pinky here. It's only the pinky. It's not even this finger. It's only the and I'm not doing like this. I don't rest my wrist here. No. Okay. So the only contact with this thing here, the pick guard, okay, is my pinky. You can do like this, like depends on the shape of your hand, okay? Because about the angle. So some people, they are bigger, so they must do a bigger hook, and some people are smaller, so they will do a smaller hook. So don't get like so stuck on the angle, because that's not important. Okay, I would say that 1 o'clock, that's fine. Okay, so I mean, don't try to put the pick like this, like straight to or horizontal, just like the strings, otherwise it won't work. But if you angle a little, it's fine. Okay, I don't say names, my friend. I don't say names. I don't promote any company, because they don't give a shit to me. You know, so I mean, I won't promote them as well. So I'm really sorry for that, but this is something that if I don't do that, they will keep not giving a shit to myself. Okay. That's cool. That's streams on YouTube now. Yeah, great. Yeah, I would say that I use 72, not 70. You know, and depends on the thing, between 72 and 76. Okay, that's what I use. But the material is super important, all right? I tend to use, I mean, depends, it goes from guitar to guitar. I use two types of pick or plectrum, you know? Yeah, I use, I mean, you can use 3 notes per string when you go from the higher notes to the lower notes, just like this. If you want to play, for example, suppose suppose that I'm gonna play like this, a major scale, for example, you can play with 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, do it like this, okay? But when you come back, if you play with 3, we're gonna have a problem, because check this. You play down. So the idea is that every time you want to change from one string to another, you have to play an upstroke. So Peter, how do we solve that? You have to do like this. You see that? So again. So do you see that? I'm playing even numbers of notes per strings. When I do, for example, like this, oh, but here you're combining 2, 3, 3, 3, 2. Why I can do that? Because I can play the sweep thing here. See? Up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down. See? Up, down, down. I bought a 96 millimeters yesterday, but I rarely play with a pick. You play with your thumb. I love to play with my thumb. You know? And for me, 96 is okay. So for those that are joining now, the George Benson Method book sales will be closed in exactly 2 hours and a half. Okay, so if you really want to change your life, and if you really want to stop being an eternal intermediate, I really recommend you to buy these method books, because they can change your life, change your career, and they can change everything in your life. Okay, so just like this information has changed my life, and I'm here, and I because of that. You know, so I play what I play, or I'm teaching something for you nowadays, because I've passed through this method. I was the first student. I was a student of myself, you know, because I had lessons with George during 15 years, and then during this time I had to decode what he was doing, because I didn't want to sound like a parrot, you know. So I really wanted to understand why he was doing that, and I really wanted to create my own lines and my own ideas, but having his concepts, you know. So you can play any type of song you want, any type of music you want. You can play the fusion, rock and roll, whatever, and use this type of method books. Okay, so because it's not about playing breathing or on Broadway or George Benson cover songs, no, or copying George's solos. No, it's way deeper, you know. Although I love George's songs and I'm a great fan, you know, but that's not the idea. The idea is to make you understand a whole concept, or a step-by-step system that can allows you to use George's ideas over any song or over any situation you want to. That's the idea. Okay, so it's not random things. It's a step-by-step method. Oh, first you do like this, second you do like this, third you do that. No, it's not as random books with random information. No, also it's not for beginners. Okay, if you're a beginner, don't buy it. Okay, because it's not for you. Okay, soon we're gonna do something for beginners, but it's not for beginners. It's for intermediate to advanced. But it's weird because the majority of guitar players, and I've seen that because I had more than 8,000 students all over the world, and the problem that all of them had was a very similar, you know, the technique, and they couldn't connect things, and they couldn't play on the chord changes, or they could play, or not even in one chord properly, you know. So the problems were very similar. So I know exactly what I'm saying, and the thing is that they told him, the majority of them told him, man, I've been playing 20 years but the same, and I did lessons with blah 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 blah, but I never got better. I never got better than this, you know. And I've been playing the same for years, and I cannot leave this. Okay, and so the idea of the George Benson method, it's not leave you stuck on something. It's to bring you to a new world, a new methodology, a new way of learning. Okay, because it's not about, oh, in this chord you can play Legion, or you can play Ionian, you can also play, no, I could go to the moon as well. You know, the thing is that, okay, so how can I play this? How can I build my own ideas here? How can I apply the knowledge that I'm gonna get in this chord? How can I play, how can I sound really good, even that I'm doing or I'm creating a line, for example, and how can I sound really good, you know? So it's something that it's deep, you will see. So the sales will close in 2 hours right now. Let me check this. 2 hours or the, 2 hours and 25 minutes. Okay, so if I were you, I mean, now you have plenty time to go there and break the failed wheel that you've been on, you know, that I cannot learn, oh, man, are you tired of clapping your hands for the other ones? I'm not saying that it's not cool to say, man, you have a great job. I do that for many of my friends. Say, man, great job. I love her playing. Or for some students of mine, I say, man, you sound amazing. You're really good. I love that. You know. However, I don't clap my hand and then I stay. When it's my turn, I'm like this. Oh, I just clap my hand to the others, and then when it's my turn, I have nothing to offer. No, you know. So you must. Do your shit. It's not a bad thing to clap your hand to the other, but the thing is that clap your hand to the others and stay like just watching because I cannot play because this is not for me. That's bullshit. And one thing, let me tell you something. You don't have to be a genius to play like a genius. Okay, that's a tricky thing to understand. You don't have to be a genius to play like a genius. Okay, the only difference between a genius and a common guy is that it's how fast he can think. Okay, so suppose that a genius is a super hyper MacBook, you know, fucking amazing 2022 super hyper amazing MacBook, and then a common guy would be a Windows 1994 with some virus inside. Okay, it's gonna work. Okay, but it's slow. But it doesn't mean that the same internet that the super hyper MacBook reach, or the same internet that it has, the shitty Windows will have too. You know, so it's not about to be a genius, but it's about to act like one, you know, or think like one. Okay, you don't have to be one to be smart or to really play like the masters. Okay, hold on. What action higher strings above the neck you prefer? Actually, I do hybrid. I use hybrid strings. I'm not sure if you can see the colors here. Okay, so I use it's a combination between 10th and 12s. Okay, so I use two types of packs. I use a pack from the 12, and I use a pack of the 10th, but it depends on what type of strings I use. Mainly I use two types of labels. Okay, so in this, but the main thing is that in the lower E and on the A, the 6 and the A, I put from the pack of the 12s. Okay, and and also the E and B, so 4 strings, E, A, B, and E. Okay, so the first 2 from the lower and the first 2 from the higher, you know. So then I have the middle here that sometimes the A I use from the pack of the 10th, but 90% of times I use D and G from the pack of the 10th and all the others from the pack of the 12s. Okay, but it goes from guitar to guitar, you know. So even that the guitar is very similar, I mean, you can see that that there's a lot of types of guitars, but they look similar. For example, if you look this one, it's very similar to this one here. Okay, but the sound is totally different and the playability is totally different, you know. So you have to get used to that. My favorite guitar to play nowadays is this one and the gold one. Okay, I have this too, but also I love the other ones. They're fantastic, really great, you know. Which one of the books should you start with? To be honest, I would use the combos. The combos, for example, I would buy book 3 and 4. Why? Because book 3 and 4, I mean, on book 4 you have a little about the content from the book 3, okay? Which the secret 2 chords, major 7 chords, you know, then on book 4 you start with chromatics and blah blah blah. Then you have harmonic minor things, bebop harmonic minor, Dorian things, which is really good. So use the combos. What is combos, Peter? The combos is when we combine. For example, I want to buy book 3 and 4. You have a discount for that. And apart from this discount, you have 10% more. So which means that in the total you're gonna have 20%, something like that, or 50, almost 20, you know, which is a lot. Okay, so if I were you, I would buy the combos. Go there and buy book 3 and 4. You're gonna love that, no doubt. And also those that buy any book this launching, I will give a super bonus of becoming a member of my guitar community on Facebook during 1 month, and also you will become a member of my monthly Zoom lessons, which is gonna be similar to what we are doing here. The thing is that, for example, as it is on Zoom, I can answer you on a video camera. You know, here you can just write and I answer, and it's cool, but on Zoom it's better. Okay, and also I have a new project coming soon that I will create a community here on YouTube, and I'm gonna do lives just like I'm doing here. I mean, there is no time to finish. I mean, usually it's 1 hour, but I don't like to think about, oh, that's gonna be 30 minutes, that's gonna be 40 minutes, or 1 hour, 1 hour 30, 2 hours, and I don't care. I believe that music will tell us when to stop or not, okay? So the George Benson Method book sales will close in 2 hours, okay? So after that, no, you cannot buy these books, okay? So, but Peter, you won't open this anymore. Yes, I will, but it's gonna take some time, you know, because we have another projects coming soon with George. We have so many things coming soon. So this time we really have no idea when we're gonna be again, when we'll be available again. Okay, so if I were you, I wouldn't hesitate and stop being stop clapping your hands to the others and become the center of your life. Become a Jedi guitar player. Okay, stop being the eternal intermediate. Okay, so let me just do something here. All right. The book, you can find a book on Peter Farrell. Hold on. Peter Farrell guitar.com. Okay? peterfarrellguitar.com. Go there, okay? Just think like that. I used to say that. How much money we spend with guitar pedals. I have some of them, actually a lot of them here, which I never use or I don't use often, you know. How much money we spend with guitar pedals, with something that, I mean, doesn't really stay with us, you know. We spend money with so many things that doesn't worth, all right? So spend your money with yourself. Spend money with you, with your career. If you want to become a guitar player, or when I say if you want to become a guitar player, I know that you are ready, you guys are already a guitar player. But if you really want to become a Jedi, a master of the guitar, and make the difference, you know, because I really want you to go to some places, and when you play, everybody said, "Man, did you see that guitar player? I cannot believe that. He's a fucking awesome guitar player." You know? And I want the musicians tell you that. I want people tell you that. And I want your students come to you, and I want you to have more students and more guys like that. For example, I have a student from Laos, you know. He has been my student for so long, and he has been teaching his student, and nowadays he has much more students because of the way he plays, you know. And his students, they have access to the things that I taught him, and that's amazing, because we create a community of guitar players that really can play, and this is awesome. And some people, they think like this, oh, I'm gonna get information only to me, because man, if the guitar community is not together, we're gonna die. That's the truth, you know. That we have so many shitty music out there. We have so many idiot people like that. We have people that don't even fucking care about music, and we guitar players, and we are fighting against each other just like idiots, you know. So the thing is that we must be together. We must be a force. We must be a very strong community. That's what I'm saying. I think that's awesome that he's has his student, and I wish he has millions of students just like myself, you know. Hi Peter, super amazing player and teacher. Thank you, my friend. Hi Peter, how did you do? Hello John. How did you originally become Mr. Benson's student? Long story. I can do a live. I will make, because yesterday there was a guy that asked the same thing. But I need some, I feel, of hours to. It was a long story. It is a long story. What is the most important thing you learned from him? Also, does the books teach you about composing and songwriting? Actually, the books are not about composing or songwriting. However, the harmony, there's a harmony section in the book too, that will allows you to have some new ideas. And when you know more chords, the consequences that you're gonna have better ideas. Okay, so if you are a composer, if you know, for example, if you I only know how to do like this. Okay, so you might have some great ideas, but as soon as you know, oh, I can do like this. Oh, or maybe I can do like this. I can do. Oh, or maybe I can do more. I can do. You know? Or instead of playing, you're gonna start playing. You know? And you're gonna apply more things. So as the more chords you know, the better you're gonna be, the better musician you're gonna be to compose things, or the better composer you will be. Okay. What's up, Peter? Everything the GB method. Keep up the good work. Thanks, my friend. Thanks, my friend. I hope you are enjoying the book or the books. You got more than one. Thanks, Kenny. Edu Negrão. Hello, my friend. Sempre uma honra ver você, amigo. Thank you, my friend. Try to speak only in English. Then everyone can understand what you're saying. Thank you, Edu. Thank you for answering my question. Okay, thanks, my friend. How do you teach the relationship between chords and scales? That's a long subject. The relation between chords and scales. Actually, we have to understand one thing first. Okay, before starting learning chords and scales. Oh, you can play this scale in this chord. I mean, we have to understand that, or we have to understand about harmony. And the harmony study is the study of human soul. Okay, so but what do you mean that, Peter, with the study of the human soul? I'm saying that, for example, how do we know that this chord takes us to this? I mean, we can have some explanations, but I mean, how do we feel that? I mean, we feel that, or how do we feel that? Oh, this is tense. Oh, something weird is gonna happen. You know, how do we feel that? Human nature, my friend. That's it's the study of human soul. So we are studying the fear, the happiness, the sadness, everything. And we have to understand, before we understand about scales and about understand, we have to understand harmony and what are the effects that each chord can bring us. Okay? Honor is mine, my friend. The honor is mine. I found a book gives you fingerings that take you places that aren't familiar and help you hear things different. Of course, when you play, when you have more options, Kenny, you're gonna reach determined places that you never thought you're gonna be. Okay. Yeah, the books helps a lot, and that's what I'm saying. It helps with composition because the more you know chords, you know, and the better you're gonna play, or the better you're gonna improvise, the better you're gonna compose a song. Okay, so the first thing I have to understand is that we have to come back in time. Okay, so how the first relation between chords. Okay, so we have to understand that we have to learn how to play modally speaking. Okay, so and not tonal, because we have two types of improvisations. We have like when we improvise in modal things and when we improvise in tonal songs. Okay, so that's different. But Peter, I don't know a fuck about modal and tonal. Let's simplify things like that. Modal is something that we feel complete, that we don't need anything else. In other words, it's just one chord. We don't feel that we need more than one chord. Okay, that's the mode. Okay, so it can and usually it doesn't have a tritone. Now, what is the tritone? The tritone is when you do the distance about the fourth with the seven. See that the G7, please come back to C again. This is not modal. Okay, so usually, okay, that's not 100% truth, but usually we tend to use determinate mode to play modally. Okay, but you can use whatever you want to. Okay, the thing about just focus right now, focus in simple things. Okay, as soon as we keep talking, you're gonna better understand. Okay, please, how much is the book? The book, I mean, right now with discount it costs 185 British pounds, which in dollar it's maybe, I think it's $235 if I'm not wrong, right? Because the pound is $1.42, so it's something like that. Okay, and yes, it's more expensive than usually you're gonna find shit like that, but you have two options. You can go to Guitar Center and get so many books there, you know, but guess what, you won't learn a fuck. You know, what we are offering you, it's not a simple bunch of PDFs. We are offering you a new experience that you never had before. Okay, so coming back to that, I would learn first how to play in one chord, and that's why the secret of two chords, it started like that. Just, it's something that McCoy Tyner, John Coltrane, they used to do. They used to take out the fourth from the scale, Why the fourth? Because the fourth, it must, mainly if we have major 7 chords, okay? If we have major chords, that's a very important thing. If you have, it works. The four, but when you have major 7, doesn't sound pretty. I mean, Johann Sebastian Bach used to do that, but it's another situation, all right? So John Coltrane and McCoy Tyner used to take out the fourth, and then you're gonna have a pentatonic with a major scale, which means that we don't have any avoid note. That's why we have this, the scale arpeggio. Remember, those that watch my lessons know what I'm talking about. Okay, so we don't have any avoid note. We only have notes and lines that are fantastic. Okay, avoid note are the notes that we cannot play. We should avoid them. Okay. However, how to do when we play a minor, D minor, for example. All right. The thing is that we can keep playing. Because if we have a D Doran, okay, D Doran belongs to C major chord family, okay? So yes, over D Doran I can play C major and A minor. Why C major and A minor? Relatives, my friend. Learn the secret of 2 chords. If you have no idea what it's all about, you have free videos on YouTube, okay, talking about that, the secret of the 2 chords, and also you have my book with George Benson, which is called The Secret of the 2 Chords. Okay, book number 3. Okay, we're gonna close in, I think it's less than 2 hours, 1 hour something. As soon it's closed, I'm really sorry, it's closed. Okay, hold on. Also, we like to give some attention for those that buy, because as you can see, I have groups, I have so many things going on. So let me check how many hours you still have. 2 hours exactly, 2 hours and 3 minutes. So please, how much is the book? I already answered, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so for example, over D minor, I can apply C major and A minor things. If I have a line that is for, remember that we took out the fourth, all right? But supposedly that is a scale arpeggio for A minor. But you can play. Actually, this is the note that makes D Doran. Like. But then we're gonna lose, Peter, we're gonna lose the third. The third is a very beautiful note. How can we do that? Guess what? As a minor chord, it also has a relative, D minor and F major. So the same hybrid that we call the hybrid, because if we play like this, it's just a major 7. It's not Legion or even Ionian. No, there is no mode involved here. That's what I'm saying. I mean, the first step is to know how to play in major and minor chords. All right? So, okay, and then we can also play that over a C Legion if you want to. Anyway, but we are talking about D Doran, okay? After that, we have C major and A minor scale arpeggios. Fantastic, but as a minor chord has a relative, we can do the same things, but this time think about F major and D minor. Woo! Like. And then we can start combining ideas of C major, A minor, D minor, and F major, you know? And so then we have we're gonna have, of course, you can play the scale if you want to, but not only the scale. If you play only scales, and this is a very important thing to learn, the difference between scales and arpeggios, and why arpeggios are stronger than scales. Scales are built from consecutive seconds, okay? And the second, although it's beautiful, seconds, when you put seconds in chords are beautiful, but they are weak intervals, okay? Arpeggios are built from thirds or fourth, okay? which give them a melodic structure, a stronger melodic structure. Okay, so arpeggios are consecutive thirds or fourth, and scales are made from consecutive seconds. So melodically speaking, the structure of arpeggios are stronger than scales. And yes, if you do a line containing so many arpeggios, probably you're gonna have a better result than only play a single scale. Okay, although the notes are the same, but the order that you're playing is very important. And the perfect combination would be playing a small part of the scale and then play an arpeggio, then a part of scale and arpeggio. But don't do that as a pattern, all right? So you can start with an arpeggio, another arpeggio, and then end the line with a scale. You can do, for example, see, one arpeggio, two arpeggios, and then I end with the scale. Or I start with the scale, so that's why the arpeggios is so important. But Peter, how can I improvise over, for example, I have like a E Phrygian, you know? You're gonna let me put up. Actually, I have some great backing tracks about that. E Phrygian. Hold on a second. Where are you, E Phrygian? E Phrygian fast. Okay, sorry. Hold on a second. That's cool. I love this vibe. Hold on. Just a second. So the thing is that we start where I am. Hold on, I cannot see myself. All right, here I am. Great. So the okay, I read that. Okay. So the thing is that we have to learn how to play or to play modally without thinking about that exactly. Okay, because it will release ourselves. So we are playing the same ideas that we were doing just when we play a synchro C major. If we have like this, let me put that a little slower. Oh. No. All right, here we go. Okay, so if you have a line like this, is that? Sounds. But Peter, then you're gonna lose this note, of course, and then you're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna play C major, A minor, D minor, and F major. Now check this. F major, C major, A minor, C major, F major, C major, D minor, A minor, C major, F major. F major, C major, Don't have to ta 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 later on, right? It's just for you to play. Let me play it faster because this is just for you to understand what I'm doing. Hold on a second. Let me turn off something here. But you see that it's interesting. And did you see that I'm not playing? No, you have to. And how do I do that? It's something that it's more natural. You have to sing first, and so listen to the. So then I won't sing notes, okay? We call that rhythmic interpretation, all right? I never stop singing that. Sometimes to play one note, I sing a lot of notes. See that? And this is very important because you will never sing the same, you know. And if you memorize a line, for example, you have like or I won't play all the time like this. Maybe I wanna. I'm trying to just sing the rhythm, the rest. And then we have some interesting, you know, and then you can do the same things. Let me play another mode, for example. You have one of my favorite. Where are you? Locrin. No, Locrin here. I'm gonna try to do something. Now it's less than 2 hours, my friends. If you really want to buy the George Benson method, if you really like what you're seeing or what you see in my YouTube videos, now is the time. You're gonna be close the sales in 1 hour, I think 1 hour 50 minutes. And as soon as we close, we won't sell anymore this time. Okay, so we're gonna have to wait, and we have no idea when we're gonna open that again. So stop being an eternal intermediate and come with us to a new world, and come with us to the Jedi side of the guitar. All right, let's make this happen. Now's the time. Great, my friend, fantastic. Okay, don't worry, because I will be in contact with you. Okay, all your information is in the website. Don't worry. Okay. How do you do that? Hold on a second. Let me explain that to you. I love that vibe. You know, so let me turn off this. All right. So, for example, okay, let me. Too many pages. Okay. Rodrigo Ramos guitarra. Yes. I was using an octave. 2, 3, and 4. Fantastic, my friend. Fantastic. It's a great start. You know, great start. I mean, you don't have to, because you could see they are big. You don't have to learn everything, okay? So this book is not something, oh, I just ended book 2. I'm gonna go to book 3. No, forget it. You have to use this book as a Bible that you go from time to time and you steal some ideas, you know? So, you don't have to learn all the lines there. You don't have to learn all, but memorize. Just put a. We're gonna talk about on the Zoom lessons. I'm gonna be more clear about how many lines you should memorize. And I'm gonna give you some homework to do. Okay, it's not something personal, but I will do. On my guitar community, or if you guys are interested, I have a guitar community that you have one lesson per week. Okay, it's a live lesson, and you can ask me whatever you want to. For example, if somebody asked me here about modes, so I'm gonna do a 1 hour lesson about this. So the guitar community is guided through students' questions, and also the guitar community members, they can apply to what I call the Jedi group. The Jedi group are for guitar players that they do what I say. There is a test that I gave them, okay? And then if they pass, because they might not pass, some people pass, some other don't, okay? But you can apply every month, okay? It's just something to make you learn faster, okay? To have faster results. And then every month you can apply, only members of my guitar community, and you can become from the Jedi group. And what happens in this Jedi group? Happens that I will give personally for each one a special consultation. For example, John, you have to study this, and you're gonna send me a video next month doing this. Kenny, you're gonna do this. It's different it's something personal, okay? Maybe for some of you, you have to work on the rhythm, so we're gonna do this. You're gonna work on you don't know your lines very well, so I want you to bring me 10 lines of each type next month, okay? And as soon as you don't do that, I kick your ass from the group Jedi, you know? So the Jedi group is only for guitar players that want fast result. But you don't have to stress yourself if you want to make part of my guitar community. That is also available for, say you click community there. The plan is for 6 months, okay? 6 month plan, and you can enjoy. You can have like one live lessons per week, and also you're gonna have access to all the YouTube videos that you see with PDFs, okay? And we're gonna have full access to the previous lessons in the group that there are more than 70 lessons. So the material is insane. If there is somebody from my guitar community here, please, you can write what you think about my guitar community. I'm not sure if they are here, but if there is someone from my guitar community, please do a comment here. Okay, so it's also available. And the guitar community is something interesting because mainly, if you don't have the books, I mean, I wouldn't recommend you to apply for my guitar community. But if you have the books, no matter if you have like 1, 2, 3, 4, or all of them, I really recommend you to join that because it's a plus and it will help you to enjoy the books much more, okay? So let me just, unfortunately I have to go in a few moments, but before I go, let me explain something about more. And did you see that I'm playing just major 7 and minor 7 ideas, and I'm displacing these ideas but I keep playing C major and A minor, all right? However, if we come back in time, you will understand start understand about tensions, you know, and how to create tension lines, okay, or tense lines. Not exactly like that, but you will see that how to play bebop lines, all right? The thing is that on the monasteries, they used to play lots or compose a lot of songs using the major scale. And what happened is that they tried to compose using the minor scale as well, or minor tonality, but the choral couldn't sing in tune Why? Because there wasn't what we call a leading tone. So in the major scale, what we call a leading tone. So in the major scale, yes, we have do, 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 play. Everybody knows that it's gonna end here. But the minor, there wasn't any leading tone. So what they did, they put a leading tone and then result in minor. And then if there was something to come back, they used the minor. So it was a combination of, later on, we call that harmonic minor scale with the minor scale. Because if we come back, everybody would the ear would say, no, it's the minor 7 reminds us that it's minor. So that was the minor things for them. And based on that, you see that the relationship between the natural minor, which we call Aeolian, and the harmonic minor scale, they are very similar, you know? Community members are learning concepts that didn't even know that didn't know. So let me keep doing here. So the minor scale and the harmonic minor scale. So actually we can say that the harmonic minor scale is the scale that it's just like the natural minor, or also called Aeolian. It's a Aeolian fixed, all right? Because now we have a leading tone just like the major scale. But based in these connections, later on, the bebop players, they started to do lines combining the harmonic minor with the natural minor and having two double 7, 2 7s or double 7, whatever we want to call it. All right, so it's a minor scale containing double 7. All right, fantastic. And also, just like we had Aeolian and Ionian, the key and the relative, we're gonna have this scale, we're gonna call that harmonic minor bebop scale containing 2 7. And we're gonna have the Ionian containing 2 6, flat 6 and major 6. Also called flat 6 scale or the major bebop scale, whatever. But we won't play like that, okay? We will play a kind of different, and we're gonna focus on the major 7, okay? So it will give us a diminished arpeggio. Peter, why a diminished arpeggio? Because when we do like this, because if we have to know the chords, the 1st degree, the 2nd degree, the 3rd degree, the 4th degree, the 5th degree, the 6th degree, the 7th degree. But as soon as we change this, we change the 7, we don't have G7 anymore, we have a G sharp diminished. And G sharp diminished, as you know, diminished walks in cycles. And then you're gonna have like this, G diminished. So I'm gonna have an arpeggio like that, and I can do like this. Woo! See? And double 7, very simple. So woo! You can watch a lesson on YouTube talking how to build bebop scales without any scale. It's fantastic. You know, that's what we were doing here. So I play a diminished arpeggio coming from the harmonic minor scale. Then I play some chromatics. Chromatic from the 5th to the 3rd, then major 7, minor 7, flat 6, and 5th, you know? Looks like something from outer scale, but it's not. Mainly because of this. And guess what? If we have C major, woo, see that? But we have to understand something. Of course, that even if we have a C major stuck chord, we have like, we are giving it putting some pepper on it, all right? But The best solution would be when we have two chords. Why? Because when we play a major scale or a minor scale, we have to understand that we have what we call active scales and also what we call static scales. Okay, active scales are the ones that contains the tritone. All right. In other words, they need movement. How is that, Peter? Movement. Movement. It means more than one chord. So you can play any chord from the chord family of C major. If you have like, suppose that I have A minor and G sus. And then I can play. Or even if you have like something like that. And then as you know that we have diminished here, let's walk with this diminished. So I'm gonna have a diminished here, and I'm gonna choose something like that. Instead, stop in this note because this note will be the resolution. I'm gonna do like this. Enclosure, it's a type of chromatic that we have. We have a book 4, we discussed a lot of things about chromatic. 1 hour, 1 hour 30 minutes, 1 hour 30 minutes, and that's all. It's done, my friend. 1 hour and 30 minutes. Okay? So I have like peterfarrellguitar.com. 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 All right. Community is available and the books are available. Okay? If I were you, those that bought the books, I really recommend you to buy the community because the community plan is 6 months, 6 months from now, which means that you can ask me things personally like during 6 months. It really worth. Okay, so coming back to the diminished things, we have like enclosure. It's a type of chromatic. Then I'm gonna do like this. Lines like this. Now check this. So, which means that the harmonic minor is the scale that opens the door to all the other scales. Yes, we can start combining the outer scale, the major Phrygian scale, the dominant diminished scale, and combine everything together. It's what I was doing, which is super interesting. All right, my friends, now I have to go, okay? So soon you're gonna have some information. So if you really want to be informed about the things that I do, I'm gonna give you the link for hold on, for Telegram. All right. Telegram, it looks like WhatsApp, okay, but there you can have some access to the information that is like when we're gonna start the group here on YouTube, okay? But I will let you know, it's a process. It's not something that we can do from one time to another. And yes, I will start being with you guys more often, okay? So hope to see you soon, and hopefully you're gonna leave the stage of the eternal intermediate to become a guitar Jedi, a guitar master, okay? So don't let people tell you that you can't. Now is the time, and now is the time for you to do, all All right? So thanks a lot. It was a pleasure for me to be here with you guys. Hope to see you very soon. Thank you.